Alright, all praises and glory goes to Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai by Shem Yahweh Shalom and honors to the elders of JMS who's pushing this truth with all truth and sincerity. Shalom. And if you brothers, I know you brothers have heard, man, because it's been everywhere on the news that they're about to cut SNAP benefits, for Keisha and Eve, man, and the way that they're acting, man, shows you that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is about to whoop that ass, man. And he's about to unleash this devil upon them, man. Because the way that they're acting, man, they're acting like animals. They're acting like fucking animals, to where they're making threats to where they'll run inside the store and steal and put people in harm's way, man. And ultimately, this is a part of Esau's agenda to implement martial law, man, to implement order out of Chao, to implement all hell breaking loose, and them coming in like a prince in armor's knight, man, to save the day. But that's not the case. It's all a part of the plan, the plot to implement that mark of the beast, man. And while they're planning on implementing the mark of the beast, these 2/3 are about to get their ass whooped by the martial law troops that's gonna swoop in and whoop that ass, man. Because these martial law troops, they're not gonna be playing, man. And Jacob's about to find out why Esau's Edom, they're called the devil that they are, man. Because they don't see our people as human, especially you 2/3, man. You 2/3, y'all act like fucking animals, man. And y'all basically give a good example about why Esau looks at us as fucking animals, But the way that Eve's, and you brothers seen it on TikTok and so forth, man, how they're freaking out, how they're going about this, man. It's not gonna be good. So I'm gonna play a couple of videos.
I'm gonna tell y'all straight up like this. I just got that text that the link is definitely cut the fuck off for November. Y'all better stay the fuck out of my way in these stores. I'm walking out with carts and I'm not paying for shit. Trump, if you want motherfuckers start looting, it's gonna happen. Before my kids go broke in this bitch like Jock, I'm gonna be stealing like it ain't no tomorrow. I am going to go in that store, get everything I get regularly. I'm going to bag my shit up, swipe my link card. As soon as that bitch say ain't no pending balance on there, I'm going to walk the fuck out. And I'm gonna have one of my cousins with me that'll punch your ass so hard you gonna think a Jet 2 holiday hit your bitch ass if you think I ain't finna walk out that stuff. And please follow me to that motherfucking car if you feeling motherfucking froggy, bitch. You ain't gonna make it back to your motherfucking position at that fucking Walmart store. I'm telling you. You wanna take some link? Like I don't be taking shit already. Watch this. It's okay.
So just imagine a lot of women and men have the same mindset, and a lot of brothers and sisters, they work in Walmart, they work in retail, they work in Dollar Tree and so forth, man. You brothers and sisters, y'all just stay out these people's way, man. This trouble is not gonna be for y'all, it's gonna be for the 2/3, man. Just stay out the way, man, and just know that the angels are hovering above you wherever you're at, protecting you, man. And if need be, the angels will intervene, man. Just keep the faith, man. And this is all a test, man. The angels, they're not sweating about stuff like this, man. Because if you believe and trust in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, at the end of the day, you're gonna be protected. They're gonna make sure that you're out of harm's way, man. Beforehand or while it starts, man. just stay in the spirit, man, and stay out these fucking people way, man, because these 2/3, they're about to get judged, man. They're about to get judged, man, and they're acting like fucking animals, man. You know, which they don't just put themselves in danger, they put the fucking people who work there in danger, man. Having this type of mindset to where she's making threats that her cousin will come and punch people in their face, man. You know, this all it is gonna end up bad, man. And end up Egyptian against Egyptian, man. Because white men, they carry guns on them, man. I see them every day, man. They carry weapons on them, you know. And for the 2/3, man, to think that they gonna act a fool with these white men, could very well end up bad, man. And so forth, man. People carry guns on them that you on the daily, man, and you wouldn't even notice, man. You know, and me hearing what the people who carry guns, man, they shouldn't even fucking be allowed to carry guns because their mental health isn't up to par. There, for example, there was a guy and a lady who carried a gun, man, and they're saying like if somebody stole something that if somebody stole a damn candy bar, that they'll kill the dude over a damn candy bar. Like, what the hell? If somebody robbed a place or something, or with a knife, they'll shoot them or something, But the way that these people carry guns, and they think they don't know how to discern the situation, and basically these guns make it seem like it makes it too easy to kill people, so it gives you a false sense of protection and power, man, to take a life that easily. So yeah, but the way that these 2/3 are acting, man, this could very well lead to martial law, man, and them troops coming in like a flood and putting Jakes to flight left and right, man, and they not gonna give a fuck, man. We definitely don't give a fuck about you 2/3, man, and how y'all act, man, because we fed up, man. We're done, man. And Babylon is done. America's done. The way that y'all have acted and just acted a fool in America, man. We're done with that shit, man. We're ready to go back to our royal nature, man. We're royal people, man, and y'all just acted like fucking animals and so forth, man. This place is finished, man. All this Keisha and Riri and fucking Tyrone and so forth, man. Big T. All this shit is done with, man, and it's old. You just get to the point to where you look at our people, man. You look at the 2/3, man. It just gets old, man. Being loud, ghetto. The children don't have a father figure in the house. The mom is doing whatever she wants. Smoking, doing all types of shit in front of the kids, making it seem like it's a good thing, being loud, being emotional, it just gets old, man. And the water to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai that he's coming back and renewing us, man, because there's definitely a black fatigue going on, man, to where you just want to be away from the 2/3, man. You don't want, if it was so, you will want the 2/3 to be on a fucking in one country while you're in the other one. Like you just want to be a part of be from them, man. But thank Yahweh Bashim Shai that he's coming back to restore order, because the world needs order, man. Esau, Edom, they need to go. All their witchcraft and their wickedness. All them messing with the food and shit, man. You know, we're in a bad case scenario. This has been a harsh punishment for the elect, you know, for the nation of Israel, man. You know, we have been in the worst captivity ever, man. You know, so
Everybody going around saying that motherfuckers ain't getting food stamp next month. Mind you, bitch, I'm on food stamp. Let me tell you this right now. Donald J. Trump, I don't know what the fuck you got going on in that fucking house of yours, but bitch, you better fix it. Just because your ass going through some shit don't mean you gotta take it out on everybody else, bitch. Fix this shit right now. Let me not get my food stamps. Let me not get my food stamps. I'm going back to stealing. I don't care. If you leave your car unlocked in the middle of the night, lock it, bitch. Because if I don't get no food stamps, best believe me and mine's gonna eat regardless. Everybody going around saying that motherfucker.
and then another thing, man. You get tired of Jake. Something happens in the world, and you get tired of Jake coming on TikTok, making TikTok videos, trying to be funny, mocking, scoffing. You know, you get tired of this shit, man. You know, some shit shouldn't even be funny, or you shouldn't even make it as a joke, man. You know, it's more like Jake doesn't take shit serious, man, until it's at their fucking front door, and it's about to be at their fucking front door, and they about to get a wake up call when these martial troops come in and start slaughtering, man. They're gonna be slaughtering, you know, and Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is the will that they come in next month, you know, or so forth, man, that we get this shit on the up and rolling on the ball, man. You know, cause Jake don't take shit serious, man. Jake think it's always a game, and this is going back to starting with you damn Eves, man. You know, you Eves and this internet, man. You know, most of these women, they love to be entertained, man. They love to be entertained on TikTok and so forth, man. This shit is about to stop, man. The internet is about to be done away with, you know. You know, you know, the power grid is about to be hit. You know, we about to have some T attacks, man. So forth, man. It's about to get crazy out here, you know. And good riddance, man, because you 2/3, man, y'all don't take shit serious, man. You know, until it's knocking at your front door and you getting hit upside your head with the fucking butt of the gun, man.
They shut down. No food stamps next month. Me and my kids be good. One thing about Matthews, make sure we good. They shut down. No food.
Okay. And this shows you how stupid our people are, man. How fucking dumb our people are. Look at all this. Look at all this shit. They really think that they're gonna survive on all this, man. This is nothing but trash, man. The food that we eat is trash, and she really thinks she's doing something, man. You know, if need be, this is gonna be for the 2/3, man. Not the 2/3, the 1/3, man. The nation of Israel. But even this, man, this is all just garbage. It's snacks. You know, you don't got real food, man. You'll eat. Let's just say you'll eat a big old box of Doritos, man, and you'll still be hungry because it's not real food. It's more like calories and stuff. You don't no, so like you don't get calories from the food that we eat, man. And the food in America is defiled. And then she got a whole bunch of fucking sodas, man. You know what the? Eve is just gone, man. Eve is just gone, man. Look at all this sugary, non-healthy red 40 food, man. You know, and she thinks she's gonna survive on this shit. Man, our people are dumb, man, and this shows you how stupid that they are, how fucking dumb that they are, man. They think they're doing something with stacking up on sugary drinks and non-calorie food, man. You know, they're fucking stupid, man. You know, and to hell with them, man. To hell with the 2/3, man, because they've been living their best life for a minute. You know, and it's time for them to get that ass whooping, man. You know, so let it be, man. You know, This is 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. And we're living in the last days, man. And dangerous times is coming for the fucking 2/3, man. But you believers in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man, you're gonna be protected, man. You gotta remember, if you trust and believe in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, He has never failed you right now up to this point. So why would He fail you when you need Him the most, man? And the angels are rounding about you, man. You gotta remember, the angels are in the same room as you, man. They're flying in the same room as you. They're hovering above you while you're sleeping. They're watching you while you're doing day to day, man. They're following you everywhere, man. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua will make sure that in all hell scenarios, man, that Michael, the archangel, will step in, man. And give some brothers spiritual power, man. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, He knows how to deliver his elect, man. So in these scenarios, when all hell is breaking loose, when people are acting stupid, man, just trust and believe in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, and He'll put it in your spirit, man, to where you'll leave or avoid the situation before it even happens, man, and you'll just hear about it. Like, oh, that happened? Oh, I did. Man, I called off. I wasn't feeling today. I felt sick or something. However Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua does it, man, He knows how to deliver you brothers and sisters out of harm's way. So don't fear what's coming for the 2/3, man. The 2/3, they're only getting it because they're disobedient, man, and they're hard-headed, man. So don't fear, brothers and sisters, man, who has to go into work and work with these damn demons, man, and they come in stealing shit. Just get out the way. Let a shootout happen in the parking lot. Don't be a superhero, man. And good riddance with the 2/3, man. These 2/3, they're evil, man. They're deceiving. They'll try to bait you, man. If you brothers and sisters ever watched apocalypse movies, Walking Dead, and you've seen how they always what they call it in the world, they call it backdoor, man. These 2/3 will backdoor you so fast, man, and leave you without, but if you trust and believe in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, He won't let it happen, man. Power got us, brothers and sisters, man. Just gotta trust and believe Him, man, because we're gonna need Him the most when all hell breaks loose and chaos ensues, man. We're gonna need power the most, man. And He's gonna come in for us, man, because he told us that when nobody eats, we're gonna eat, man. And we're gonna be safe from harm's way and danger, man. He said these, man, with His words, man. So our power doesn't lie, man. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua doesn't lie. So whatever He says will happen, as we can see in prophecies. So, I like to give all praises and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, Ba'Shem Yahushua, double honors to the elders at GMS who's pushing this truth with all truth and sincerity. Shalom.